In a small town, a child named Jesus was born to Mary, a humble young woman, and Joseph, a carpenter who worked with his hands. This birth was unlike any other. Long before it happened, prophets had spoken of the one who would come, the promised Messiah, the light and hope for all people. News of this miraculous child began to spread, reaching the ears of King Herod. Fearing that his rule was in danger, Herod ordered a cruel slaughter of young children. But through a warning given in a dream, Mary and Joseph fled with Jesus to Egypt, keeping him safe from harm. As Jesus grew, it became clear that there was something extraordinary about him. At the age of 12, he sat among the teachers in the temple, speaking with such wisdom that even the most learned scholars were amazed. Yet his true ministry did not begin until he was about 30 years old. When the time came, he gathered 12 men from different walks of life, fishermen, tax collectors, and others, and called them to follow him. Together, they began a mission that would change the world forever. Jesus performed miracles that left crowds in awe. He healed the sick, gave sight to the blind, turned water into wine, and even raised the dead. His words were filled with love, forgiveness, and a call to unwavering faith. People traveled far and wide to hear him speak. He often taught in parables, using simple stories to reveal deep truths about God's kingdom. But not everyone welcomed his message. Religious leaders and those in power saw him as a threat. Their opposition grew, and they plotted to have him removed. One of his own disciples, Judas, agreed to betray him for 30 pieces of silver. Soon after, Jesus was arrested and brought before Pontius Pilate. Though Pilate found no guilt in him, pressure from the crowd led to the sentence of death by crucifixion. Hanging on the cross in the midst of pain and mockery, Jesus spoke words of unmatched grace. "Father, forgive them." When he breathed his last, his body was placed in a tomb, and a great stone was rolled across its entrance. But 3 days later, the stone was moved, and the tomb was empty. Jesus had risen from the dead. Over the next 40 days, he appeared to his disciples and many others, strengthening their faith and teaching them once more. Before returning to heaven, he promised the coming of the Holy Spirit, a guide and comforter for all who believe, laying the foundation for what would become the Christian faith.